I turned 27 years old just last month. I turned 27 years old just last month. 나는 바로 지난달에 27살이 되었다. I'm in my early 30s. I'm in my early 30s. 나는 30대 초반이다. I live in a house in Incheon with my parents. I live in a house in Incheon with my parents. 나는 인천에 있는 주택에서 부모님과 함께 산다. I have an apartment in a suburb of Seoul. I have an apartment in a suburb of Seoul. 나는 서울 근교에 아파트가 있다. The place where I live is. The place where I live is. 내가 사는 곳은 어디이다. The place I visit most often is. The place I visit most often is. 내가 가장 자주 드나드는 장소는 어디이다. It is located minutes from. It is located minutes from. 어디에서 몇 분 거리에 위치하고 있다. Is based in. Is based in. 무엇은 어디에 위치해 있다. What sets apart from others is. What sets apart from others is. 무엇을 다른 곳보다 돋보이게 하는 것은 무엇이다. His lectures don't make me doze off. His lectures don't make me doze off. 그분 강의는 나를 졸리게 만들지 않는다. I turned 27 years old just last month. I'm in my early 30s. I live in a house in Incheon with my parents. I have an apartment in a suburb of Seoul. The place where I live is. The place I visit most often is. It is located minutes from. Is based in. What sets apart from others is. His lectures don't make me doze off. You mentioned that cooking Italian food is your thing. You mentioned that cooking Italian food is your thing. 당신은 이탈리아 음식 요리를 좋아한다고 말했다. What are the differences between the various kinds of pasta? What are the differences between the various kinds of pasta? 다양한 파스타의 차이점은? Has Italian cooking changed over the years? Has Italian cooking changed over the years? 수년간 이탈리아 요리가 변했는지? How do you prepare Italian sauces? How do you prepare Italian sauces? 이탈리안 소스를 어떻게 조리하는지? How do you cook the pasta? How do you cook the pasta? 파스타를 어떻게 요리하는지? I primarily use it for. I primarily use it for. 나는 이것을 주로 무엇에 사용한다. It is a great way to. It is a great way to. 그것은 무엇 하기에 좋다. It also features. It also features. 무엇도 포함하고 있다. The things I'd like to compare are A and B. The things I'd like to compare are A and B. 내가 비교하고 싶은 것들은 A와 B이다. There are differences between A and B. There are differences between A and B. A와 B 사이에는 차이점들이 있다. You mentioned that cooking Italian food is your thing. What are the differences between the various kinds of pasta? Has Italian cooking changed over the years? How do you prepare Italian sauces? How do you cook the pasta? I primarily use it for. It is a great way to. It also features. The things I'd like to compare are A and B. There are differences between A and B. What are some Italian dishes you enjoy making? What are some Italian dishes you enjoy making? 즐겨 만드는 이탈리아 요리는? Thanks for taking the time to answer my questions. Thanks for taking the time to answer my questions. 대답에 시간을 내주어 감사하다. It's nice to meet a fellow travel lover. It's nice to meet a fellow travel lover. 여행 애호가 친구를 만나서 기쁘다. One day I hope to see the world. One day I hope to see the world. 언젠가는 세상을 구경하고 싶다. Have you ever been to Europe? Have you ever been to Europe? 유럽에 가본 적 있는지? There is a night and day difference between A and B. There is a night and day difference between A and B. 무엇 간에는 밤과 낮처럼 큰 차이가 있다. Let's start with A. Let's start with A. A부터 이야기해보겠다. At least times an hour, times a day, times a week, times a month, times a year. At least times an hour, times a day, times a week, times a month, times a year. 한 시간, 하루, 한 주, 한 달, 1년에 적어도 몇 번. Not a day goes by that I don't do. Not a day goes by that I don't do. 내가 무엇을 하지 않는 날은 없다. On a regular basis. On a regular basis. 정기적으로. What are some Italian dishes you enjoy making? Thanks for taking the time to answer my questions. It's nice to meet a fellow travel lover. One day, I hope to see the world. Have you ever been to Europe? There is a night and day difference between A and B. Let's start with A. At least times an hour, times a day, times a week, times a month, times a year. Not a day goes by that I don't do. On a regular basis. What is your best travel memory? What is your best travel memory? 최고의 여행 기억은? What was your favorite travel experience? What was your favorite travel experience? 가장 좋아하는 여행 경험은? Have you ever traveled by cruise ship? Have you ever traveled by cruise ship? 유람선으로 여행을 가본 적 있는지? Do you enjoy flying? Do you enjoy flying? 비행기 타기를 즐기는지? Have you ever done a bike trip? Have you ever done a bike trip? 자전거 여행을 해보았는지? Usually tags along with me. Usually tags along with me. 보통 누구가 나를 따라온다. Most of the time, I end up on my own. Most of the time, I end up on my own. 대부분의 경우 나는 혼자 무엇을 하게 된다. One experience that sticks out for me happened a few days ago, a few weeks ago, a few months ago. One experience that sticks out for me happened a few days ago, a few weeks ago, a few months ago. 기억에 남는 경험은 며칠, 몇 주, 몇 달 전에 일어났다. The last time I was a day ago, a week ago, a month ago. The last time I was a day ago, a week ago, a month ago. 마지막으로 무엇을 했던 것은 하루, 한 주, 한 달 전이었다. made the biggest impression on me. made the biggest impression on me. 무엇이 내게 가장 깊은 인상을 남겼다. What is your best travel memory? What was your favorite travel experience? Have you ever traveled by cruise ship? Do you enjoy flying? Have you ever done a bike trip? Usually tags along with me. Most of the time, I end up on my own. One experience that sticks out for me happened a few days ago, a few weeks ago, a few months ago. The last time I was a day ago, a week ago, a month ago. Made the biggest impression on me. How do you feel about traveling by train? How do you feel about traveling by train? 기차로 여행하는 것은 어떤지? Where was the most remarkable place you've been to? Where was the most remarkable place you've been to? 가본 곳 중 가장 놀라운 곳은? How many countries have you been to? How many countries have you been to? 얼마나 많은 국가를 가봤는지. What's the next place you plan to visit? What's the next place you plan to visit? 다음으로 방문할 계획인 장소는? I'm sure there's a lot I can learn from you. I'm sure there's a lot I can learn from you. 당신에게 배울 것이 많을 거라 확신한다. To give you a more detailed account. To give you a more detailed account. 더 자세히 설명하자면 To get into details. To get into details. 보다 세부적으로 들어가자면 Once a week, once a month, once a year, I make it a point to. Once a week, once a month, once a year, I make it a point to. 일주일에, 한 달에, 1년에 한 번, 나는 꼭 무엇을 한다. Sometimes accompanies me. Sometimes accompanies me. 가끔 누구가 나와 함께 간다. A typical day when I begins with. A typical day when I begins with. 내가 무엇을 하는 일반적인 날은 무엇으로 시작된다. How do you feel about traveling by train? Where was the most remarkable place you've been to? How many countries have you been to? What's the next place you plan to visit? I'm sure there's a lot I can learn from you. To give you a more detailed account. To get into details. Once a week, once a month, once a year, I make it a point to. Sometimes accompanies me. A typical day when I begins with. I'm glad that we have something in common. I'm glad that we have something in common. 우리가 공통점이 있어 기쁘다. You must be a very skilled violinist. You must be a very skilled violinist. 당신은 분명 숙련된 연주자일 것이다. How did you first get into playing that instrument? How did you first get into playing that instrument? 어떻게 연주를 시작했는지? I'm looking to rent a car for a while. I'm looking to rent a car for a while. 얼마 동안 차를 빌리려고 알아보고 있다. I need a car for the duration of my stay here. I need a car for the duration of my stay here. 여기 머무는 동안 차가 필요하다. The first thing I do is to. The first thing I do is to. 내가 처음 하는 일은 무엇이다? I first started when I was years old. I first started when I was years old. 내가 몇 살 때 처음으로 무엇을 하기 시작했다. That's how started. That's how started. 그렇게 무엇이 시작되었다. What got me interested in was. What got me interested in was. 무엇에 흥미를 붙이게 된 계기는 무엇이었다. When I was just a beginner. When I was just a beginner. 내가 단지 초보자였을 때는. I'm glad that we have something in common. You must be a very skilled violinist. How did you first get into playing that instrument? I'm looking to rent a car for a while. I need a car for the duration of my stay here. The first thing I do is to. I first started when I was years old. That's how started. What got me interested in was. When I was just a beginner. What options would you recommend for us? What options would you recommend for us? 어떤 선택사항을 추천하는지? Can I rent a car with a sunroof? Can I rent a car with a sunroof? 선루프가 있는 차를 빌릴 수 있는지? Are you running any promotions right now? Are you running any promotions right now? 현재 진행 중인 판촉 행사가 있는지? What's the rental fee per day? What's the rental fee per day? 하루당 렌트 비용은? Do your car rentals come with auto insurance? Do your car rentals come with auto insurance? 자동차 보험이 딸려 있는지? A problem I had while was that. A problem I had while was that. 내가 무엇 중에 겪은 문제는 무엇이었다. I had such trouble finding. I had such trouble finding. 무엇을 찾는데 상당히 고생했다. The source of the problem was. The source of the problem was. 문제의 원인은 무엇이었다. What caused all these troubles was. What caused all these troubles was. 이 모든 문제를 일으킨 것은 무엇이었다. To solve the problem. To solve the problem. 문제를 해결하기 위해. What options would you recommend for us? Can I rent a car with a sunroof? Are you running any promotions right now? What's the rental fee per day? Do your car rentals come with auto insurance? A problem I had while was that. I had such trouble finding. The source of the problem was. What caused all these troubles was. to solve the problem. What should I do if there's an accident? What should I do if there's an accident? 사고가 나면 무엇을 해야 하는지? Thanks for answering my questions. Thanks for answering my questions. 질문에 답해줘서 감사하다. I just moved into a new apartment. I just moved into a new apartment. 막 새 아파트에 이사를 왔다. I need help in making the right choices. I need help in making the right choices. 올바른 선택을 하는데 도움이 필요하다. What are my options for double beds? What are my options for double beds? 더블 침대 중 선택할 수 있는 것은? Is played between teams of players. Is played between teams of players. 무엇은 몇 명의 선수로 구성된 무슨 팀 간의 경기이다. It's played on. It's played on. 어디에서 경기를 한다. The goal of the game is to. The goal of the game is to. 게임의 목표는 무엇이다. The basic rules to keep in mind for are. The basic rules to keep in mind for are. 무엇에 대해 유념해야 할 기본적인 규칙은 무엇이다. One of the issues currently facing is that. One of the issues currently facing is that. 무엇이 현재 직면한 이슈 중 하나는 무엇이라는 것이다. What should I do if there's an accident? Thanks for answering my questions. Thanks for answering my questions. I just moved into a new apartment. I need help in making the right choices. What are my options for double bets? Is played between teams of players. It's played on. The goal of the game is to. The basic rules to keep in mind for are. One of the issues currently facing is that what kind of bed is best for a single person? What kind of bed is best for a single person? 혼자 쓰기 가장 좋은 침대는? Do you have any beds that are good for small spaces? Do you have any beds that are good for small spaces? 좁은 공간에 알맞은 침대가 있는지. Do you have any living room sets with a matching sofa and table? Do you have any living room sets with a matching sofa and table? 어울리는 소파와 탁자가 있는 거실용 가구 세트가 있는지. Do you have any dark-colored couches? Do you have any dark-colored couches? 어두운 색의 소파가 있는지. Do you happen to sell any second-hand furniture? Do you happen to sell any second-hand furniture? 혹시 중고 가구를 파는지. The ongoing issue in is. The ongoing issue in is. 무엇에서 이슈가 되고 있는 문제는 무엇이다. The reason why this has been happening is that. The reason why this has been happening is that. 이러한 일이 발생하고 있는 이유는 무엇 때문이다. Because of this issue. Because of this issue. 이 이슈로 인해 teaches an introduction to course. teaches an introduction to course. 무슨 학 개론 수업을 가르친다. My academic advisor. My academic advisor. 나의 지도교수. What kind of bed is best for a single person? Do you have any beds that are good for small spaces? Do you have any living room sets with a matching sofa and table? Do you have any dark-colored couches? Do you happen to sell any second-hand furniture? The ongoing issue in is. The reason why this has been happening is that. Because of this issue. Teaches an introduction to course. My academic advisor. Can you bring the price down for me? Can you bring the price down for me? 가격을 낮추어 줄 수 있는지. Do you have a discount section? Do you have a discount section? 할인품 코너가 있는지. Thanks for helping me out today. Thanks for helping me out today. 오늘 나를 도와줘서 고맙다. I'm thinking about getting a new MP3 player for myself as well. I'm thinking about getting a new MP3 player for myself as well. 나도 내가 쓸 새로운 MP3 플레이어를 구입할 생각이다. I want to know more about the model you bought. I want to know more about the model you bought. 내가 구입한 모델에 대해 더 알고 싶다. When it comes to, my favorite is. When it comes to, my favorite is. 무엇에 대해서라면 나는 무엇을 가장 좋아한다. Strict and demanding. Strict and demanding. 엄격하고 많은 것을 요구하는. Lenient and understanding. Lenient and understanding. 관대하고 이해심이 있는. Authored several books. Authored several books. 책을 몇 권 썼다. Thankful that I was in his class. Thankful that I was in his class. 그분의 수업에 있었다는 것에 감사한. Can you bring the price down for me? Do you have a discount section? Thanks for helping me out today. I'm thinking about getting a new MP3 player for myself as well. I want to know more about the model you bought. When it comes to, my favorite is. strict and demanding. Lenient and understanding. Authored several books. Thankful that I was in his class. What is the storage capacity of your MP3 player? What is the storage capacity of your MP3 player? 내 MP3 플레이어의 저장 용량은 얼마나 되는지. I'm calling for information about your tour packages. I'm calling for information about your tour packages. 여행 패키지에 대한 정보 때문에 전화한다. I'm going on holiday. I'm going on holiday. 휴가를 간다. Do you have any packages that are suitable for elderly people? Do you have any packages that are suitable for elderly people? 어르신들에게 적합한 패키지가 있는지. Do you offer family-friendly tours? Do you offer family-friendly tours? 가족 친화적 여행을 제공하는지. Made me see math in a new light. Made me see math in a new light. 수학을 새로운 시각으로 보게 만들어줬다. Kindled my interest in physics. Kindled my interest in physics. 물리학에 대해 내가 관심을 가지게 해줬다. Have an utmost respect for him. Have an utmost respect for him. 그분에 대한 깊은 존경심을 가지고 있다. Tuition fees have gone through the roof. Tuition fees have gone through the roof. 등록금은 급등했다. Covered the entire semester. Covered the entire semester. 그 학기 전체를 다 다루었다. What is the storage capacity of your MP3 player? I'm calling for information about your tour packages. I'm going on holiday. Do you have any packages that are suitable for elderly people? Do you offer family-friendly tours? Made me see math in a new light. Kindled my interest in physics. Have an utmost respect for him. Tuition fees have gone through the roof. Covered the entire semester. Are your tours good for children? Are your tours good for children? 귀사 여행이 아이들에게 좋은지. Are your tour packages just for Asian countries? Are your tour packages just for Asian countries? 아시아 국가만을 위한 패키지인지. Are your tours mostly city tours? Are your tours mostly city tours? 여행이 대개 도시 관광인지. What sort of accommodations do the packages offer? What sort of accommodations do the packages offer? 어떤 종류의 숙소를 제공하는지. Is it possible to upgrade our hotel room? Is it possible to upgrade our hotel room? 호텔 방을 업그레이드할 수 있는지. Lasted more than 2 hours. Lasted more than 2 hours. 두 시간 이상 지속되었다. Made catching up even tougher. Made catching up even tougher. 진도 따라잡는 것을 더 어렵게 만들었다. Stayed up late studying. Stayed up late studying. 밤 늦게까지 공부했다. All French to me. All French to me. 내가 전혀 이해할 수 없는. A race against the clock. A race against the clock. 시간과의 싸움. Are your tours good for children? Are your tour packages just for Asian countries? Are your tours mostly city tours? What sort of accommodations do the packages offer? Is it possible to upgrade our hotel room? Lasted more than 2 hours. Made catching up even tougher. Stayed up late studying. All French to me. A race against the clock. Do the hotels serve breakfast? Do the hotels serve breakfast? 호텔은 아침을 제공하는지? Any information would be a big help. Any information would be a big help. 어떤 정보도 큰 도움이 될 것이다. I'd like to book a room for an upcoming vacation. I'd like to book a room for an upcoming vacation. 곧 있을 휴가를 위해 방을 예약하고 싶다. I need to reserve a room for tonight. I need to reserve a room for tonight. 오늘 밤에 묵을 방을 예약해야 한다. I'm calling to reserve a room for next month. I'm calling to reserve a room for next month. 다음 달 방을 예약하기 위해 전화한다. Couldn't come up with an answer. Couldn't come up with an answer. 답을 생각해낼 수 없었다. Ended up getting a B. Ended up getting a B. 결국 B를 받았다. A bit hard to swallow. A bit hard to swallow. 받아들이기 다소 힘든. Starts at 12:30 and lasts an hour. Starts at 12:30 and lasts an hour. 12시 30분에 시작해 1시간 동안 지속된다. Sometimes I eat out. Sometimes I eat out. 가끔 나는 나가서 먹는다. Do the hotels serve breakfast? Any information would be a big help. I'd like to book a room for an upcoming vacation. I need to reserve a room for tonight. I'm calling to reserve a room for next month. Couldn't come up with an answer. Ended up getting a B. A bit hard to swallow. Starts at 12:30 and lasts an hour. Sometimes I eat out. Is it possible to make a reservation for next month? Is it possible to make a reservation for next month? 다음 달 예약을 할 수 있는지. How far in advance can I make a reservation? How far in advance can I make a reservation? 얼마나 미리 예약할 수 있는지. Do I need to pay when I make the reservation? Do I need to pay when I make the reservation? 예약할 때 비용을 지불해야 하는지. Can I pay for the room through your website? Can I pay for the room through your website? 숙박 비용 지불을 웹사이트에서 할 수 있는지. Do you accept credit cards? Do you accept credit cards? 신용카드를 받는지. Pack my lunch every morning. Pack my lunch every morning. 매일 아침 점심 도시락을 싼다. Grab a sandwich. Grab a sandwich. 샌드위치를 빨리 사온다. Prefer to have some time to myself. Prefer to have some time to myself. 혼자만의 시간을 갖는 것을 선호한다. Bring some munchies to eat at my desk. Bring some munchies to eat at my desk. 책상에서 먹을 간단한 간식을 가져온다. Take a nap during my lunch break. Take a nap during my lunch break. 점심시간 동안 낮잠을 잔다. Is it possible to make a reservation for next month? How far in advance can I make a reservation? Do I need to pay when I make the reservation? Can I pay for the room through your website? Do you accept credit cards? Pack my lunch every morning. Grab a sandwich. Prefer to have some time to myself. Bring some munchies to eat at my desk. Take a nap during my lunch break. Does your hotel have any family rooms? Does your hotel have any family rooms? 당신의 호텔에는 가족실이 있는지. Can I get an extra bed in my room? Can I get an extra bed in my room? 방에 추가 침대를 받을 수 있는지. Can I use Wi-Fi in the room? Can I use Wi-Fi in the room? 방에서 와이파이를 사용할 수 있는지. Please let me know as soon as you can. Please let me know as soon as you can. 가능한 한 빨리 알려달라. Can you give me a suggestion or two? Can you give me a suggestion or two? 한두 군데 제안해 줄 수 있는지. A time to renew my energy. A time to renew my energy. 에너지를 회복하는 시간. Gives me an energy boost for the day. Gives me an energy boost for the day. 하루를 위한 기운을 북돋아 준다. Lets me step away from work and unwind. Lets me step away from work and unwind. 업무에서 물러나 긴장을 풀게 해준다. Start the project again from scratch. Start the project again from scratch. 프로젝트를 처음부터 다시 시작한다. Have been passed over for a promotion. Have been passed over for a promotion. 승진에서 제외되었다. Does your hotel have any family rooms? Can I get an extra bed in my room? Can I use Wi-Fi in the room? Please let me know as soon as you can. Can you give me a suggestion or two? A time to renew my energy. Gives me an energy boost for the day. lets me step away from work and unwind. Start the project again from scratch. Have been passed over for a promotion. I find it helpful when the instructor sums up the important points. I find it helpful when the instructor sums up the important points. 난 선생님이 중요한 사항들을 요약해 주실 때 도움이 된다고 생각한다. I finished the project just in time. I finished the project just in time. 나는 프로젝트를 겨우 제 시간에 마쳤다. The instructor puts us in groups for the project. The instructor puts us in groups for the project. 선생님은 프로젝트를 위해 우리를 그룹으로 묶으셨다. Sometimes I put off doing my homework. Sometimes I put off doing my homework. 가끔 나는 과제하는 것을 나중으로 미룬다. The workload was more than I could cope with. The workload was more than I could cope with. 과제 양이 내가 감당할 수 있는 것 이상이었다. Was dead set against the changes. Was dead set against the changes. 변경 사항에 단호히 반대했다. Had to put in a lot of overtime hours. Had to put in a lot of overtime hours. 초과 근무를 많이 해야 했다. Left no stone unturned to find the parts. Left no stone unturned to find the parts. 부품을 찾으려고 샅샅이 뒤졌다. Worked long nights to meet the deadline. Worked long nights to meet the deadline. 기한에 맞추기 위해 늦게까지 야근했다. It pays to speak up. It pays to speak up. 의사표시를 분명히 할 만한 가치가 있다. I find it helpful when the instructor sums up the important points. I finished the project just in time. The instructor puts us in groups for the project. Sometimes I put off doing my homework. The workload was more than I could cope with. Was dead set against the changes. Had to put in a lot of overtime hours. Left no stone unturned to find the parts. Worked long nights to meet the deadline. It pays to speak up. I turned in the assignment a day late. I turned in the assignment a day late. 난 과제를 하루 늦게 제출했다. It's easy to burn out from academic work if you don't pace yourself. It's easy to burn out from academic work if you don't pace yourself. 페이스를 조절하지 않으면 학업에 에너지를 소진하기 쉽다. The company set up its headquarters in Seoul. The company set up its headquarters in Seoul. 회사는 서울에 본사를 설립했다. He founded a successful startup in 1993. He founded a successful startup in 1993. 그는 1993년에 신규 벤처 기업을 성공적으로 창립했다. Our plant turns out thousands of cars annually. Our plant turns out thousands of cars annually. 우리 공장은 매년 수천 대의 자동차를 대량 생산한다. Isn't always the best option. Isn't always the best option. 항상 최선책은 아니다. Now understand how to manage my time. Now understand how to manage my time. 이제 내 시간을 관리하는 법을 안다. The place where I grew up. The place where I grew up. 내가 자란 집. Pretty similar to my old one. Pretty similar to my old one. 이전 것과 꽤 비슷한. Used to live in a dorm room. Used to live in a dorm room. 기숙사 방에 살았었다. I turned in the assignment a day late. It's easy to burn out from academic work if you don't pace yourself. The company set up its headquarters in Seoul. He founded a successful startup in 1993. Our plant turns out thousands of cars annually. Isn't always the best option. Now understand how to manage my time. The place where I grew up. Pretty similar to my old one. Used to live in a dorm room. We have cornered the market on cotton. We have cornered the market on cotton. 우리는 면직물 시장을 장악했다. Some people have mixed feelings about their jobs, but I love my work. Some people have mixed feelings about their jobs, but I love my work. 어떤 사람들은 자기 직업에 대해 상반되는 감정을 가지고 있지만 난 내 직업이 좋다. We almost had to close up shop during the economic crisis. We almost had to close up shop during the economic crisis. 우리는 경제 위기 때 거의 폐점해야 할 뻔했다. Natural light floods in through the office windows. Natural light floods in through the office windows. 자연광이 사무실 창문을 통해 쏟아져 들어온다. The desks are laid out for maximum productivity. The desks are laid out for maximum productivity. 책상은 최대 생산성을 위해 배치되어 있다. Have moved back in with my parents. Have moved back in with my parents. 부모님 집으로 다시 이사 들어왔다. Lived in a large 4-bedroom apartment. Lived in a large 4-bedroom apartment. 침실 4개짜리의 큰 아파트에 살았다. Better suited to my needs. Better suited to my needs. 내 필요에 더 잘 맞는. A rooftop open to all the residents. A rooftop open to all the residents. 모든 입주자에게 개방된 옥상. A small studio. A small studio. 작은 원룸. We have cornered the market on cotton. Some people have mixed feelings about their jobs, but I love my work. We almost had to close up shop during the economic crisis. Natural light floods in through the office windows. The desks are laid out for maximum productivity. Have moved back in with my parents. Lived in a large 4-bedroom apartment. Better suited to my needs. A rooftop open to all the residents. A small studio. The white aisles let workers move freely. The white aisles let workers move freely. 넓은 통로는 사람들이 자유롭게 이동할 수 있도록 해준다. We hold a meeting every Monday morning. We hold a meeting every Monday morning. 우리는 매주 월요일 아침에 회의를 한다. We cut back on office supplies spending. We cut back on office supplies spending. 우리는 사무실 소모품 비용을 줄였다. Our office outsources some of the work. Our office outsources some of the work. 우리 사무실을 몇몇 업무를 외주를 준다. My current job is my favorite by a long shot. My current job is my favorite by a long shot. 나의 현재 직업은 내가 단연 가장 좋아하는 것이다. Covered with photos. Covered with photos. 사진으로 뒤덮여 있는. Everything is within arm's reach. Everything is within arm's reach. 모든 게 손이 닿는 곳에 있다. Lives directly across the hall from me. Lives directly across the hall from me. 복도 바로 맞은편에 살고 있다. The name of the guy, girl next door is. The name of the guy, girl next door is. 옆집 사는 남자, 여자의 이름은 무엇이다? He's just an acquaintance. He's just an acquaintance. 그는 그저 알고 지내는 사람이다. The white aisles let workers move freely. We hold a meeting every Monday morning. We cut back on office supply spending. Our office outsources some of the work. My current job is my favorite by a long shot. Covered with photos. Everything is within arm's reach. Lives directly across the hall from me. The name of the guy, girl next door is. He's just an acquaintance. People in my department work the graveyard shift. People in my department work the graveyard shift. 우리 부서에 있는 사람들은 야간 근무를 한다. I'm in charge of the customer service department. I'm in charge of the customer service department. 나는 고객 서비스 부서를 담당한다. I always double-check my work for errors. I always double-check my work for errors. 저는 항상 업무에 오류가 있는지 재차 확인합니다. I'm an accountant, so I'm always crunching numbers. I'm an accountant, so I'm always crunching numbers. 저는 회계사라서 항상 수치를 계산합니다. We put our noses to the grindstone to meet the deadline. We put our noses to the grindstone to meet the deadline. 우리는 마감 기한을 지키기 위해 열심히 일했다. Became on first name basis with her. Became on first name basis with her. 그녀와 친한 사이가 되었다. Opens up to people easily. Opens up to people easily. 사람들에게 쉽게 마음을 연다. Seems happy-go-lucky. Seems happy-go-lucky. 태평스러워 보인다. A larger-than-life sort of guy. A larger-than-life sort of guy. 허풍을 떠는 타입. Dresses to the nines. Dresses to the nines. 옷을 잘 차려입는다. People in my department work the graveyard shift. I'm in charge of the customer service department. I always double-check my work for errors. I'm an accountant, so I'm always crunching numbers. We put our noses to the grindstone to meet the deadline. Became on first name basis with her. Opens up to people easily. Seems happy-go-lucky. A larger-than-life sort of guy. dresses to the nines. Our new product line is starting to catch on. Our new product line is starting to catch on. 우리 신제품 라인이 인기를 얻기 시작하고 있다. It's essential to keep up with marketing trends. It's essential to keep up with marketing trends. 마케팅 트렌드를 따르는 것은 필수적이다. We attend trade fairs to show off our latest products. We attend trade fairs to show off our latest products. 우리는 최신 상품을 과시하고자 무역 박람회에 참가한다. We barely break even on some products. We barely break even on some products. 어떤 상품들에 대해서는 간신히 수지가 맞아떨어진다. We found out there was a problem with the product. We found out there was a problem with the product. 우리는 제품에 문제가 있음을 발견했다. Find his easygoing manner charming. Find his easygoing manner charming. 느긋한 태도가 매력적이라고 생각한다. My overall favorite is Tom Cruise. My overall favorite is Tom Cruise. 종합적으로 가장 좋아하는 배우는 톰 크루즈이다. A critically acclaimed actor. A critically acclaimed actor. 비평가들의 극찬을 받은 배우. Best known for her role in Titanic. Best known for her role in Titanic. 영화 타이타닉에서의 역할로 가장 잘 알려진. Don't really like big name stars. Don't really like big name stars. 유명한 스타들을 별로 좋아하지 않는다. Our new product line is starting to catch on. It's essential to keep up with marketing trends. We attend trade fairs to show off our latest products. We barely break even on some products. We found out there was a problem with the product. Find his easygoing manner charming. My overall favorite is Tom Cruise. A critically acclaimed actor. Best known for her role in Titanic. Don't really like big name stars. We decided to give away some free products. We decided to give away some free products. 우린 몇몇 사은품들을 증정하기로 결정했다. It's important to read over the training materials carefully. It's important to read over the training materials carefully. 연수 자료를 주의 깊게 꼼꼼하게 읽는 것이 중요하다. My home is small, so cleaning it is a breeze. My home is small, so cleaning it is a breeze. 우리 집은 작아서 청소하는 것은 식은 죽 먹기이다. I hung up a lot of paintings in my apartment. I hung up a lot of paintings in my apartment. 나는 아파트에 그림을 많이 걸어 놓았다. I decided to spruce up my apartment last year. I decided to spruce up my apartment last year. 난 작년에 아파트를 단장하기로 결정했다. Has starred in a number of movies. Has starred in a number of movies. 수많은 영화에 출연했다. Perfect for the role of an everyman. Perfect for the role of an everyman. 평범한 사람 역할에 완벽한. Was cast as Batman. Was cast as Batman. 배트맨 배역을 맡게 되었다. has a winning smile. has a winning smile. 매력적인 미소를 가졌다. The hallmark of a great actor. The hallmark of a great actor. 훌륭한 영화배우의 전형적인 특징. We decided to give away some free products. It's important to read over the training materials carefully. My home is small, so cleaning it is a breeze. I hung up a lot of paintings in my apartment. I decided to spruce up my apartment last year. Has starred in a number of movies. Perfect for the role of an everyman. Was cast as Batman. Has a winning smile. The hallmark of a great actor. My room is cramped but cozy. My room is cramped but cozy. 내 방은 비좁지만 아늑하다. I need a bigger place, but moving is on the back burner right now. I need a bigger place, but moving is on the back burner right now. 나는 좀 더 큰 집이 필요하지만 지금 당장은 이사하는 것을 보류 중이다. I live by the subway, so getting around is a piece of cake. I live by the subway, so getting around is a piece of cake. 나는 지하철 옆에 살기 때문에 여기저기 다니는 것이 누워서 떡 먹기처럼 쉽다. My little brother fell off the sofa and hurt himself. My little brother fell off the sofa and hurt himself. 내 남동생은 소파에서 떨어져 다쳤다. We used to sit around the table and play cards. We used to sit around the table and play cards. 우리는 탁자에 둘러앉아 카드놀이를 하며 놀곤 했다. Can't wait to watch his next movie. Can't wait to watch his next movie. 그의 다음 영화를 빨리 보고 싶다. When it was shown on TV. When it was shown on TV. TV에서 방영되었을 때. Saw it at the multiplex near my home. Saw it at the multiplex near my home. 집 근처 복합 상영관에서 보았다. Sparked controversy at the time. Sparked controversy at the time. 그 당시 논란을 불러일으켰다. Takes place during the American Civil War. Takes place during the American Civil War. 미국 남북 전쟁 당시를 배경으로 한다. My room is cramped but cozy. I need a bigger place, but moving is on the back burner right now. I live by the subway, so getting around is a piece of cake. My little brother fell off the sofa and hurt himself. We used to sit around the table and play cards. Can't wait to watch his next movie. When it was shown on TV. Saw it at the multiplex near my home. Sparked controversy at the time. Takes place during the American Civil War. My brother and I played video games to let off steam. My brother and I played video games to let off steam. 남동생과 나는 기분을 풀러 비디오 게임을 했다. We lazed around the house on Sunday mornings. We lazed around the house on Sunday mornings. 우리는 일요일 아침에는 집에서 빈둥거렸다. My mom used to whip up breakfast in the kitchen every morning. My mom used to whip up breakfast in the kitchen every morning. 엄마는 매일 아침 부엌에서 아침 식사를 재빨리 준비하시곤 했다. A lot of relatives came over for a holiday meal. A lot of relatives came over for a holiday meal. 많은 친척들이 명절 음식을 먹으러 들렀다. The street I live on is lined with trees. The street I live on is lined with trees. 내가 사는 길은 나무가 늘어서 있다. Featured well fleshed out characters. Featured well fleshed out characters. 구체적으로 잘 묘사된 등장인물들이 있다. Had many surprising plot twists. Had many surprising plot twists. 놀라운 반전이 많이 있다. Live happily ever after. Live happily ever after. 오래오래 행복하게 살다. The featured monster scared me to death. The featured monster scared me to death. 등장하는 괴물은 나를 겁이 나 죽을 것 같게 만들었다. Really speaks to me. Really speaks to me. 정말 내 마음을 움직인다. My brother and I played video games to let off steam. We raced around the house on Sunday mornings. My mom used to whip up breakfast in the kitchen every morning. A lot of relatives came over for a holiday meal. The street I live on is lined with trees. Featured well fleshed out characters. Had many surprising plot twists. Live happily ever after. The featured monster scared me to death. Really speaks to me. There are more stores than you can count. There are more stores than you can count. 가게가 셀 수도 없이 많이 있다. There's a street lamp on every corner. There's a street lamp on every corner. 모퉁이마다 가로등이 있다. My area is dotted with several small coffee shops. My area is dotted with several small coffee shops. 내가 사는 지역에는 드문드문 작은 커피 전문점들이 있다. Most of the buildings are set back from the street. Most of the buildings are set back from the street. 대부분의 건물이 큰 길에서 멀리 떨어져 있다. A lot of new buildings are going up in the area. A lot of new buildings are going up in the area. 많은 새로운 건물들이 지역에 들어서고 있다. Gets me going more than other music types. Gets me going more than other music types. 다른 어떤 종류의 음악보다 더 흥분시킨다. Often do improvisations. Often do improvisations. 종종 즉흥 연주를 한다. The vibe at piano bars is pretty laid back. The vibe at piano bars is pretty laid back. 피아노 바의 분위기는 상당히 느긋하다. Her acting enthralls the audience. Her acting enthralls the audience. 그녀의 연기는 관객을 사로잡는다. Never fails to bring tears to my eyes. Never fails to bring tears to my eyes. 눈물이 나지 않게 만드는 법이 없다. There are more stores than you can count. There's a street lamp on every corner. My area is dotted with several small coffee shops. Most of the buildings are set back from the street. A lot of new buildings are going up in the area. Gets me going more than other music types. Often do improvisations. The vibe at piano bars is pretty laid back. Her acting enthralls the audience. Never fails to bring tears to my eyes. The library is just a hop, skip, and a jump from my house. The library is just a hop, skip, and a jump from my house. 도서관이 우리 집에서 매우 가까운 곳에 있다. He looks unfriendly, but he's got a heart of gold. He looks unfriendly, but he's got a heart of gold. 그는 불친절해 보이지만 착한 마음씨를 지니고 있다. Most of my neighbors tend to keep to themselves. Most of my neighbors tend to keep to themselves. 대다수 이웃들은 남들과 어울려 지내지 않는 편이다. I stop by my neighbor's house now and then. I stop by my neighbor's house now and then. 나는 가끔 이웃집에 잠깐씩 들른다. People in my building are a pretty tight-knit group. People in my building are a pretty tight-knit group. 우리 건물에 사는 사람들은 꽤 관계가 돈독한 집단이다. Usually receives standing ovation. Usually receives standing ovation. 대개 기립박수를 받는다. Brings the house down. Brings the house down. 관객들을 열광시킨다. Always raise my spirits. Always raise my spirits. 항상 내 기운을 북돋는다. The final number was a showstopper. The final number was a showstopper. 마지막 곡은 명연주였다. She is my all-time favorite singer. She is my all-time favorite singer. 그녀는 내가 역대 가장 좋아하는 가수이다. The library is just a hop, skip, and a jump from my house. He looks unfriendly, but he's got a heart of gold. Most of my neighbors tend to keep to themselves. I stop by my neighbor's house now and then. People in my building are a pretty tight-knit group. Usually receives standing ovation. Brings the house down. Always raise my spirits. The final number was a showstopper. She is my all-time favorite singer. Everyone in my building gets along well. Everyone in my building gets along well. 우리 건물에 있는 모두는 서로 잘 지낸다. My upstairs neighbor is as quiet as a mouse. My upstairs neighbor is as quiet as a mouse. 나의 윗집에 사는 이웃은 아주 조용하다. She has aged very well. She has aged very well. 그녀는 참 곱게 늙었다. He comes across as very smart in interviews. He comes across as very smart in interviews. 그는 인터뷰에서 매우 똑똑하다는 인상을 준다. He just looks like an average Joe. He just looks like an average Joe. 그는 평범한 보통 사람처럼 생겼다. Have been to over than 10 of their concerts. Have been to over than 10 of their concerts. 그들의 콘서트를 10번도 더 가봤다. Sat in the nosebleed section. Sat in the nosebleed section. 제일 높이 있는 좌석에 앉았다. The choreography was really something. The choreography was really something. 안무가 정말 대단했다. Pulled out all the stops during the performance. Pulled out all the stops during the performance. 공연 중 혼신의 노력을 다했다. Wowed the audience with his vocals. Wowed the audience with his vocals. 그의 목소리로 관객을 놀라게 했다. Everyone in my building gets along well. My upstairs neighbor is as quiet as a mouse. She has aged very well. He comes across as very smart in interviews. He just looks like an average Joe. Have been to over than 10 of their concerts. Sat in the nosebleed section. The choreography was really something. Pulled out all the stops during the performance. Wowed the audience with his vocals. She has timeless beauty. She has timeless beauty. 그녀는 변하지 않는 아름다움을 지녔다. She has great screen presence. She has great screen presence. 그녀의 스크린 존재감은 대단하다. He's an award-winning actor. He's an award-winning actor. 그는 수상 경력이 있는 배우이다. Watching an action movie helps me unwind. Watching an action movie helps me unwind. 액션 영화 보는 것은 긴장을 푸는 데 도움이 된다. Romances usually have very stirring plots. Romances usually have very stirring plots. 로맨스물에는 보통 마음을 뒤흔드는 줄거리가 있다. Was screaming so hard that I lost my voice. Was screaming so hard that I lost my voice. 하도 고성을 질러대서 목이 쉬었다. The city had an amazing fireworks show. The city had an amazing fireworks show. 시에서 놀라운 불꽃 축제를 열었다. Took a shortcut through the park. Took a shortcut through the park. 공원을 통과해 지름길로 갔다. Happened upon the park totally by chance. Happened upon the park totally by chance. 완전 우연히 공원을 발견했다. Leg got drenched in icy water. Leg got drenched in icy water. 다리가 얼음물로 흠뻑 젖었다. She has timeless beauty. She has great screen presence. He's an award-winning actor. Watching an action movie helps me unwind. Romances usually have very stirring plots. Was screaming so hard that I lost my voice. The city had an amazing fireworks show. Took a shortcut through the park. happened upon the park totally by chance. Leg got drenched in icy water. I hate horror movies because they freak me out. I hate horror movies because they freak me out. 나는 공포 영화가 너무 무섭기 때문에 싫어한다. Fantasy films provide an escape from reality. Fantasy films provide an escape from reality. 판타지 영화는 현실에서의 도피를 제공한다. Documentaries don't really hold my interest. Documentaries don't really hold my interest. 다큐멘터리는 그다지 내 흥미를 끌지 못한다. Sci-fi films blow my mind with their special effects. Sci-fi films blow my mind with their special effects. 공상과학 영화의 특수 효과는 나를 짜릿하게 만든다. The theater shows both 3D and 4D movies. The theater shows both 3D and 4D movies. 극장은 3D와 4D 영화를 모두 상영한다. Heard a sudden noise. Heard a sudden noise. 갑작스러운 소리를 들었다. Felt like that someone was following me. Felt like that someone was following me. 누군가 나를 따라오는 것 같았다. A very pleasant experience. A very pleasant experience. 매우 즐거운 경험. An experience I don't wish to repeat. An experience I don't wish to repeat. 반복하고 싶지 않은 경험. Scared the life out of me. Scared the life out of me. 나를 놀라게 만들었다. I hate horror movies because they freak me out. Fantasy films provide an escape from reality. Documentaries don't really hold my interest. Sci-fi films blow my mind with their special effects. The theater shows both 3D and 4D movies. Heard a sudden noise. Felt like that someone was following me. A very pleasant experience. An experience I don't wish to repeat. Scared the life out of me. The auditorium has great acoustics. The auditorium has great acoustics. 관람석은 훌륭한 음향 시설을 갖추고 있다. The concert hall must have cost a pretty penny. The concert hall must have cost a pretty penny. 콘서트홀에 분명 돈이 상당히 많이 들었을 것이다. There is nothing special about the hall. There is nothing special about the hall. 그 홀에는 전혀 특별한 것이 없다. The hall was so small that we were packed like sardines. The hall was so small that we were packed like sardines. 홀이 너무 작아서 우리는 빽빽이 앉았다. I had no idea that high ceilings can enhance sound. I had no idea that high ceilings can enhance sound. 나는 높은 천장이 음향을 향상시킬 수 있는지 전혀 몰랐다. Still warms my heart to think of the day. Still warms my heart to think of the day. 그날을 생각하면 아직도 마음이 따뜻해진다. Like to exercise at the crack of dawn. Like to exercise at the crack of dawn. 꼭두새벽에 운동하는 것을 좋아한다. Take a long walk to unwind. Take a long walk to unwind. 긴장을 풀기 위해 오랜 산책을 한다. A popular meeting place. A popular meeting place. 인기 있는 만남의 장소. Go there for a weekly family exercise. Go there for a weekly family exercise. 매주 가족 운동을 위해 그곳을 간다. The auditorium has great acoustics. The concert hall must have cost a pretty penny. There is nothing special about the hall. The hall was so small that we were packed like sardines. I had no idea that high ceilings can enhance sound. Still warms my heart to think of the day. Like to exercise at the crack of dawn. Take a long walk to unwind. A popular meeting place. Go there for a weekly family exercise.
점수 잡는 hackers.